So I'm coming to you fresh out of taking a real estate exam. So excuse my look, or if I feel kind of, I'm really anxious. I don't know if I passed or not yet. So I just felt inspired to go ahead and talk about my experience taking this real estate exam and everything. So first, I am a real estate agent, been licensed for almost 4 years. And in the state of Georgia, you, after about 3 years of being licensed actively, you are able to become a broker. So the requirements that I've made so far, which was the 60-hour course, and I just took my school exam. So with the school exam, you get 2 tries to pass that in order to take the state exam. So I just took the exam for the first time and I'm excited about it. I definitely feel a little nervous because there were some tricky things up there, but for the most part, I think I did good. So I just wanted to talk about my experience. First, the class, I took it in class and it was 2 weeks. Really 3 technically, because the test was the Thursday, making it the 3rd week, but 2 weeks, Tuesdays off, 8-hour days from 8:30 a.m. to about 4:30 p.m. No, is it 4:30? Yeah, 4:30 p.m. So it was pretty long, but it was really good getting the instructor's stories and kind of getting their input on the information. We were given so much literature, literally like probably 7 pieces of literature to review and to study from. So, and not to mention all the worksheets and the online homework that was required. It was a lot. So it was a lot trying to compress that down to a place so that I can study for this exam. But one thing I did do is I created these note cards. As you can see, it's quite a few of them. There were 4 sections that we went over, so I pretty much made note cards for each section and I reviewed them. I took up a bulk of my studying time on creating these and also putting them together. So, and reviewing them. I got to go, after creating them, I got to review them maybe twice before the exam. I also went over some of the homework quizzes that we had, and that was kind of my review outside of what we did in class. So I felt pretty prepared for the exam. So when it comes to the information, I think that I did good with the study. The part of the exam that kind of had me a little nervous is, of course, the questioning. These exams are not really only testing you on your understanding of the material, but they're also testing you on comprehension. So the way that they word things could be a little tricky sometimes, and oftentimes there was more than one right answer. So having to figure that out, it's not like a simple, multiple choice. Some of them had multiple right answers. And then what is something else? I think that, for the most part, that was the trickiest part, is the way that they asked some of the questions. And there were some questions that I felt like I know what they're talking about, but I'm not sure about that piece of it. So it's like having a general understanding, but some of the questions were a little bit more specific and came up with circumstances that you kind of could go either way. So, but for the most part, I felt pretty prepared. I knew most of the answers. There wasn't a lot that I had to second guess. But I do know that I struggle with the math portion because math is just not my strong point. So if you're not that great at math, really, really get some help on that so you can get some understanding, because they're basically like word problems. So if you're struggling with the word problems, definitely review more. It's not a lot of math questions. I think you could still pass without getting them all right, but you don't want to miss too many questions, especially something like that. So, but overall, I feel pretty good about it. Like I said, I am slightly nervous because some of them I wasn't sure about, and the math questions I just wasn't at all sure about. So those parts make me feel a little doubt, but for the most part, I feel good about it. As long as you make a 70%, you pass. So I'm pretty sure I at least got a 70. I don't think I missed more than 30 questions, but you never know. So as I wait, I just felt like kind of talking about my experience briefly and kind of like being general about it, because I don't know about, how much information we could disclose about taking these exams. But I will say that the way that I prepared for it, note cards for every single section, going over all the quizzes, all the assessments that were given, doing the homework, paying attention in class for those 8 hours. It was difficult. I had to drink some coffee to stay up, but for the most part, I think I was pretty prepared. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, and I'll check back in. But if you are taking your broker's school exam soon, just be encouraged. Take the time to study. I gave myself about 3 solid days of studying, but I do wish I would have had 1 more day. So I would recommend give yourself 5 days where you can really focus in on it and spend a lot of hours, because for those 3 days, I think I spent at least 8 to 10 hours each day on this stuff. So it was a lot of studying for me, a lot of prep for me. But, whatever study skills you have, just go ahead and do it. But yeah, I believe in you. And I believe next time I'll be saying, hey, I passed, because we won't know until 4 o'clock p.m. So we'll see. But yes, good luck to you if you're taking this exam, and I think you'll do great. All right, bye.